through the women of O Pictures, I met other people, other producers at other production companies, and one of them was a woman by the name of Maria Gallagher. And she was the sister of Jimmy Gallagher, who was married to Joanne Gallagher at the time when she worked at O Pictures. It was kind of a little family kind of thing in terms of knowing Maria really well. Maria worked at Palomar. They represented Jean-Baptiste Mondino, who Sharon had actually at one time represented. She called me up and she said, hey, do you want to PA? And I'm like, yeah, get me out of the office, you know what I mean? Learn, more hands-on on set. Yeah, totally, I would love that. She's like, I'd love to hire you to PA on this job I have coming up for Bjork, Violently Happy with Jean-Baptiste Mondino. This would be my first music video PA job. My very first PA job, I was getting to meet and work with one of my favorite directors. Mondino had directed a whole bunch of Madonna videos, including my favorite, Justify My Love. I just love that video of Mondino's the most. I just think it's the most incredibly sexy video that she ever did. I was so honored and excited that I was getting to meet him and work with him. Then also, of course, Bjork. I loved Bjork. And my friends and I had seen her in concert, and so that was super exciting that my first PA job was for somebody I actually really liked and that I wanted to meet. I think back to this time in my life, it was so intense. There was so much energy. The day before we're supposed to shoot this Bjork video is the day of the Northridge earthquake in January of 1994. The entire time we're shooting this music video, there are aftershocks rattling the soundstage where we're shooting. The entire day we're shooting. Mondino's wife, they had just moved to Malibu from France. She was freaking out, packing up their house, saying, we're moving back to France. We're not staying here where this earthquake shit is happening. And so all day, on the phone with the wife trying to calm her down. Aftershocks rattling the stage. My job as PA, my first day on the job on set in Hollywood, was to babysit Bjork. I had to do whatever she needed to be done. And so she sat in my lap. I played with her hair in between takes. And the lead makeup artist was Paul Starr, who was this very famous makeup artist at the time. Diva, Macrobiotic, I remember. Macrobiotic. Makeup artist who's completely incredibly genius. Gay, super into me. I was super hot then, super crazy hot. 21 years old, fucking giving it a chance in Hollywood. This guy was super into me, but I was sort of skeeved out and creeped out and whatever, and the whole day, Paul kept coming after me, flirting with me, pinch my butt. I kept trying to escape and get away. Not really into it. He's not really my type. I have to play with Bjork's hair. I've got Bjork's hair in my lap. I have to call him Bjork, trying to focus on my task, on my duties. So I keep running away from him. The shoot goes on and on. Finally, the shoot ends. It's an amazing day, amazing shoot, really, really fun. We're all packing up to leave, and I look over, and Boy George has just walked onto set. Now, Boy George is on my list of people that I wanted to meet. Is he friends with Mondino? What's going on? I kind of watch Boy George, and he walks right up to Paul, the guy that I've been running away from all day. Apparently, they're roommates. He and Paul Starr are roommates. So that's great. That's just great. I spent all day trying to flee from Boy George's roommate and good friend. And now I'm going to look like a total asshole. Hi, can I meet your friend, Boy George? Hi, thanks. That's such a dude. So, and that's not me. Such a douche thing, but it's not me. It's not my style. So I was like, fuck. I could have met Boy George so easily. You know what I mean? If I had just turned to face, this person's advances. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I was like, well, that sucks. So I'm like, screw this. And I'm taking the trash out outside by the dumpster. I'm just doing my PA duties. All of a sudden, this big Range Rover pulls up, and it's Paul and Boy George, and they're like, hello, love. Oh my fucking God, Boy George is talking to me. Hey, it's like, what are you doing later? I can't breathe. I'm just that's Boy George. I grew up, he saved my life over and over again. I just love him so much. He's like, what are you doing later? Well, I'm going to a cocaine model party on Vista, if you want to know. And he's like, great, what's the address? We'll meet you there. Sure, great, yeah, here's the address. I'll see you there tonight. Boy George. Yeah, sure, right. Cut to that night, I'm at this fucking cocaine model party on Vista in Hollywood. I'm at the kitchen area, and there's this whole living room in front of me full of hot models on cocaine. Everyone is talking, buzz, 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 buzz. It's packed. It's the day after the earthquake, so everyone's trying to get as fucked up as is humanly possible. If you were there that day after the Northridge earthquake, you know how fucked up you were trying to get. Everyone, drunk or high or both. And so everybody's just crazy intense energy. All of a sudden, it just goes silent and the crowd parts. And Boy George walks up with Paul and another friend. He's got a joint, and he's like, is there a room we could use? I'm like, oh, of course. And I have no idea whose house this is at all. I walk them back to this person's bedroom, whoever's house this is, and we hang out and we smoke the joint. I'm super high. We decide to leave there, and we're gonna walk from Vista over to a club called Cheka, where they're having a club. It's very close. It's like just a block away. So like we would have parked there anyway. We're walking over and we're in front of the car wash on Santa Monica Boulevard, right near Vista. And there's a payphone there. And Boy George stops to pee in the street. If you were driving by, you would have seen Boy George in Hollywood peeing in the street. Like, I don't know who did drive by, but they did see Boy George peeing in the street. Then he called Martin Gore, his friend, at the beach, because he knew that I loved Depeche Mode, because I kept going on and on about British music, of course. Can you come out with us tonight? And Martin was like, no, I can't. He's like, oh, you can't come. Don't worry, we'll meet some fun people at the club. I'm like, okay. Kathy Wajimi from Sister Act, that actress, she was working the door. It was for charity. It was a charity event. Celebrities only, but like she's like counting us as we're going in, and then she gets to Boy George and she stops. All of you can go in. We went in for free. So we get into the club, and Boy George introduces me to Tori Spelling and Johnny Depp. I'm sure we're hanging out with Tori Spelling and Johnny Depp. At which point, Boy George says, lose the face furniture. And I'm like, what? Your glasses, take them off. I guess I was standing there talking to Johnny Depp with my glasses on, and that was annoying Boy George. And so I took my glasses off. I honestly, the next thing I remember is waking up in my bed the next morning. I don't remember anything after taking my glasses off at all. The whole world went black. And I woke up in my bed, and the phone rang. And it was Boy George, because someone had just died at his apartment in London, some young kid that he had been partying with. And so he was calling to make sure that I was okay. It was the only time in my life I don't remember how I got home. It was nuts. I'm really bummed because I missed the rest of my night with Boy George, but the weed was really, really strong, and I think we did coke too. Well, I was already doing coke, but I think we did more. Once my glasses were, I just don't remember.